Andrea Archut. I am an MA3 for MCC department. I have been with FirstLight going on now 8 years. What I do for MCC is train, develop, coach. I also assist with phones and answering members' inquiries. I was honored by one of my colleagues just based on how I went above and beyond for one of our members that had called in for assistance on his account. The initial inquiry that the member called in for was his loss of debit card. He had seemed to misplace it. He was an elder member, so there was some confusion on his end if he had replaced it or it was taken. So taking the time to evaluate the account entirely, I was able to identify that he was a victim of fraud from his own caretakers. The member physically is not self-sufficient, so he's elderly, he's non-mobile. He cannot fend for himself, which means he would need live-in care to assist him on eating, bathing, cleaning. Aside from that, he has to rely on others to be taken care of. There was recent activity on his account from ATM transactions, so therefore I had started questioning him if he had made those or if he recalled who made those, and since the member stated he's non-mobile, then that's when I knew his card had been taken from him. Well, so to help him further, just to avoid the complications and just the stress on his part, I went ahead and decided to go and assist the member in person. Therefore I can introduce myself, let him know that we're here to help him, and thoroughly ask him the questions that he needed to know regarding his account and the account status. Upon arrival, I discovered that he lived alone. He had no family, no friends, and his living conditions were very poor. He had lack of food, he hadn't eaten, so therefore I took it upon myself to then also assist him with that. And then I also contacted the authorities for the member, just to let them know the conditions and also the parties that were involved that allowed him to live in those conditions. We also contacted Adult Protective Services to let them know of his living conditions and the well-being of his conditions, and ultimately there was a case opened up for the individuals that were involved in the matter, so they were pursuing further charges on them for other incidents regarding the fraud. On our end, the fraud was resolved, so we were able to assist the member on our end to fully retrieve his funds that were needed. It was very emotional for some of the things that he did state to me. He was very grateful. He showed his gratitude. He actually was concerned on why did I go out of my way to help him? Why would you do this for me? And so that says a lot from individuals knowing that there's people that still care and not to give up. That's just what I'm about. I help people. I don't like seeing people stressed. I don't like seeing people in poor conditions, and if I can help, I'm going to help.